to another. And I don't even know if it's arguably anymore. I think it's solidified. I think it's stamped, certified, the worst trade in NBA history. Luka Doncic was traded from the Dallas Mavericks for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. Yes, that Luka Doncic. Not some other doppelganger or whatever. That guy, the 25-year-old. And Nico Harris, the GM, has been paying hell ever since. It happened. Here's what's funny. So the conversation between Nico and Rob Pelinka, the GM for the Lakers. Now, Rob Pelinka and Nico Harris go way back. Remember, before Rob Pelinka became the general manager of the LA Lakers, he was Kobe Bryant's agent. And who was the guy that he worked with closely at Nike for Kobe Bryant? You guessed it, Nico Harris. Anthony Davis, who was his Nike rep? You guessed it, Nico Harris. So they have a long relationship that goes back many years. So, Nico Harrison? What's that, Nico Harris? Nico Harrison, excuse me. So the conversation between Rob Pelinka and Nico Harrison happened in a coffee shop here in DFW. It's funny because there are coffee shops that go around here now in DFW that says they have stickers and they go, not the coffee shop that the conversation with Nico Harrison and Rob Pelinka happened at. They're like identifying themselves like, it wasn't our coffee shop. We weren't the coffee shop that they sat at and traded away Luka Doncic. I can tell you that Mavs fans are a different breed of fans. And if I'm comparing fandom, Cowboy fans, you're like the dog behind the fence. You just bark a lot. You behind that fence, you're snarling and you're barking and your fangs are showing and you, like you, Cowboy fans are killers behind the gate. But when that gate comes open, y'all all bark. Mavs fans is the pit bull roaming the neighborhood that's chasing and biting on folks. They are nasty. They are filled with vitriol. They want blood. They want blood and they want a lot of it. And they don't want everybody's blood. They want Nico's blood. And they have been rabid the last week. They have been on Nico's. They had a protest. They brought the caskets out. They got the signs and the shirts. I mean, they're in the chats. I worked Mav coverage all last week. Shout out to my peoples at DLLS, Kevin Gray, Tim Cato, Bobby Corella, Mark Stein. Mavs fan, different breed. They different breed. They even talk more crazy too. They talk crazy. Cowboy fans, you need to go to the fandom, the angry fandom approach schooling the Dallas Mavericks. While Luka hasn't been playing the best in LA right now, it's still one of the worst trades that we've ever seen. And people are still, all of the big dogs, all of the Shams, all of the Tim McMahons, all of the Brian Windhorses of the world, all of the top dog reporters, they're still trying to unearth and dig up all what happened. Of course, there were it's Nico and it's the Dumont family saying, oh, well, Luka was out of shape and was a little bit of a tyrant, and the work ethic wasn't there, and we want to build this culture around defense, and Luka just doesn't fit that part. And who am I to tell who how to build what team and to do what they own it? I do think this was, and I don't know if it was a bad trade because you got rid of Luka, because Anthony Davis, when healthy, I know that's a big if. Street clothes is his nickname for a reason. But he shows you in 3.5 quarters, I can be really, really, really good. And so that part you understand. Like you didn't get a peanut player back, maybe a lemon, but not a peanut player back. Maybe a lemon player back. Anthony Davis can be good. And he does shore up your defense. The anger and the vitriol about it all is you didn't get the proper haul. You didn't get the Herschel Walker level haul. When you hear about other teams getting, Rudy Gobert got 5 first-round picks. 4 or 5 first-round picks. One of the two. There's other players in this league who are lesser of talent than Luka, who brought in 3 first-round picks, 4 first-round picks. And for Luka to just bring in 1 first-round pick, I think that's where a lot of the anger was at. Because how could you give away the beloved pick of Dallas for 1 first-round pick and a future Hall of Fame player? Because even the trade, like Anthony and Luka aren't 1 for 1. Good player, but older and injury prone. Luka's 25 and has a much higher ceiling right now. So to not get proper compensation has people up in arms. And I'm a little wore out from it. I am. I do, because sometimes I feel like Udonis Haslem, he said, no, don't stone me. But eventually you got to move on. You got to move on. I'm not telling you how to fandom. I'm going to tell you how to mourn. And there's 5 stages of grief. I don't know what stage that you're in. There's an anger stage in there. There's a denial stage in there. There's a bargaining stage that's in there. There's an acceptance stage that is in there. So I don't know which one that you're working through. Yes, do I think it was a bad trade? Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. And I ask you, put it in the comments. Is there anything that Anthony Davis, Nico Harrison, Max Christie, and the Mavs can do to ever fully get forgiveness? Is this trade an unforgivable trade? If they go and win 2 Super Bowls, if they go and win 2 NBA championships in the next 4 years, would you say, okay, Nico, didn't like it, but you're forgiven? Okay, Nico, a little scumbaggy-ish, but we understand. We didn't see it the way you saw it, Nico, but we got 2 chips in the last 4 years. We'll take it. Is that possible? Do you need more chips? Would 1 chip do it? You need 3 chips? Or is there some of you that say, it doesn't matter if they win 10 chips? Never forgiving him. Never getting over it. And I get the lineage. I get the fact that you had Dirk for 20 years. And there's this level of loyalty. Let me tell y'all, rule number 1. In sports business, there is no loyalty. There is no loyalty. Because for every Kobe, because Kobe was out of LA twice. He was ready to go twice. For every Dirk, there's 100 other players that never see the light of day of that level of longevity. So just in the future, program yourself to know that in sports, there is no loyalty from the business side of things. And maybe the people who have come in at the Dumont people who aren't basketball people, they're business people, they're casino people. Maybe they came and they looked up and they said, we got to pay him what this summer? The Supermax. What's the number again? 345 million American dollars? Don't know if I want to pay that. Don't know if I want to give this guy 345 million American currency. It's a lot of money. I don't know. I sometimes try to get in the mind of if I ran a business, what would that look like? I mean, they're not hurting for dough. Casinos and gambling is at an all-time high. Folks is giving them parlays is putting people in debt. Those tickets, all of the let me not get a future sponsor mad, but those sleepers and FanDuels and all that other kind of, man, folks are missing rent, mortgages. So gambling's in a good place. But yeah, arguably one of the worst trades ever. And I don't know if there's forgiveness. Winning does help. I do think winning can cure everything. I think winning can cure everything. I think championships can cure a broken heart. I do think championships can mend the relationship. And maybe you don't fully 100% trust Nico in the future. They go and win a championship or two. You might look at him sideways, might be like, And you might go to give him a finger and then go, thank you. I don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell and time will heal all wounds. And so will championships.